I just wanted to make a short video where I introduce my dog. My dog's name is Phoenix. He is a chow. So this is my Finkel. His name's Phoenix. He's a good boy. I always call him my bear. And yes, he does have a beautiful blue-black tongue. He does not like that. But yeah, this is I always call him my motherfucker. He's my motherfucker. But yeah, he's always stomping around in my videos and throwing himself on the ground and huffing and puffing and, because he wants to go outside, but I can't have him barking while I'm trying to make videos. So he kind of appears in these videos quite a bit. But yeah, this is Finkel. He's a good boy. He's 9 years old. And he's actually undersized for a chow. He only weighs about 46 pounds. He's kind of a mini chow, even though they don't really exist. He is a mini chow. And give me 1 second, I'll show you my other family member. This is my other family member. His name is Mr. Bun. He is the Bun. Good boy. So, these are my two pets. Mr. Bun, I have an interesting story to share here. I was taking Phoenix to the park every day. And I always went to this park down the street from me. And it's like less than a few minutes away. It's like 2 minutes away from my house. And I remember, I was just like, my soul would not want to go here every day. So I started beating myself up, thinking I was lazy for not going to different parks. And I felt guilty. And I had told myself that night, tomorrow I'm going to go to this park across town. And next day I'm sitting in the truck with Phoenix. And I'm like, God, I really don't want to go to that park. I really just want to go to the park that I always go to. And I just started beating myself up like, man, you're fucking lazy. You're such a bum. Like, God, you're so lazy. You're letting your soul down. How could you do this? And it just didn't feel right. And I was just like, I guess I'm just fucking lazy, And I went to the park and walking Phoenix kind of just like around the outskirts of the park. And I see what appears to be a soccer ball just like chilling in the middle of this field. Like it's just a huge field with no shade. And Phoenix kind of, was curious. So we walked up to it. And lo and behold, it ain't a soccer ball. It's this Bun. He was just baking in the sun. And I live in Texas. So, it's like August. It's like 100 degrees. He's just baking in the sun. He looked terrible. I thought he was dying. And so I was thinking, do I want to take him? Because he's probably going to die anyway. And it's just going to upset me to take him home and have to experience that. And ultimately, I ended up deciding to take him with me. His nails were this long, they were broken. He had been totally neglected, totally abandoned. And somebody just dumped him off up there in the sun. No food, no water, no shade. And it was a really important lesson for me. Because I understood that pull that I felt. That pull of, I still just want to go to this park, even though it's making me feel lazy. It helped me discern between my ego and my intuition, right? Ego is the one who's going to call you lazy. Ego is the one who's going to beat you up for doing this or doing that. The soul is not. That pull that you feel, that's your soul, and you should listen to it. And had I had, not listened to my soul that day, he likely would have died in that field. But because I did what I felt I needed to do, even though I was beating myself up about it, I happened to discover Mr. Bun, and I saved his life. And here we are now. It's been 3 years since I discovered Mr. Bun baking in the field, and he's a cutie. He's a good boy. He is a pain in the ass. He's very messy. Uh, I never planned on keeping him. Like, I picked him up, and I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna find him a good home. But everybody that offered was like, they always would start off with, oh, my 4 year old's gonna love him. My kids are gonna just love this rabbit. And I'm just like thinking to myself, like, bro, this rabbit was abandoned and neglected. It's a prey animal already. He's really shy. And because he was abandoned and not treated right, he's already going to be, more averse to that type of attention. And so I just couldn't do it. I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, I did not save this rabbit's life and spend all this time and money and effort just to give it to someone who's likely going to do the same fucking thing the people who had him previously is. So I just kept him, and he's been part of my family now for 3 years. And so it's just me and Phoenix and Mr. Bun. I never gave him a name because I didn't plan on keeping him. But he's the Bun. He's a good boy. Look at this motherfucker. Yeah. He's like, bruh, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I don't know how old he is, but he's really sweet. He is a little skittish sometimes. He's at least friendly, though. He's kind of shedding and molting right now, so you can see he's quite messy. But, I just wanted to, share the pets with you guys. The Bun is really restless, and he is shedding like a motherfucker. So, I'm going to end this video here, but thank you guys for joining me. Tell me what kind of pets you've got. I'd love to know. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. All right, thank you for joining me.